Hello and welcome to the July edition of Mark's monthly Microsoft Masterclass. Not a lot of news to report on this week, so instead I'm going to do a bit of a tutorial around some of the features in Outlook, particularly focused around meetings, something that we're all used to. We all schedule a million meetings a day, or at least I do, but can be guilty of not using all the functionality that comes from that. So I just wanted to show you how we can better use meetings to create agendas and task lists that are fully interactive, and how we can use the functionality within Outlook to make scheduling that bit easier. So here I am in a new meeting, and we're all familiar with certain aspects of this. Obviously, I can include the name, I can include the people that I want to join. Everybody knows this sort of stuff. Things that people don't generally look at are either options across here, across the top, things like response options, so the ability to hide attendee lists, for example, from everybody else, the ability or not to allow forwarding of your meeting, all these kinds of things that you can allow you an element of control down to when people are notified around the meeting. So these are all settings that I definitely would recommend you have a look at. Categories is another one, really useful for managing projects. Now, the key area, I guess, that I wanted to demonstrate today is what you can do within the body of a meeting. Most people don't utilize this enough. There's lots of functionality in here so that I can ensure that people are fully prepared for a meeting before that meeting happens, and I can make sure that it stays on schedule. So the first thing I might want to do is create an agenda. So I could create an agenda in here, but that's not going to be easily editable for anybody else. If anyone wants to add to it, they're going to struggle. Instead, I could do it as what we call a loop component. So I click on the little loop button here and I select the type of thing that I want to create, the loop I want to create, in this case, a bulleted list. So I do that, I add a title to it, in this case, agenda, and I add my agenda to the meeting. Now, the advantage of me doing it like this is it might be that no one else needs to edit it, in which case they've just got an agenda and we can keep on track. But if Megan or Alan decide that actually I want to speak about something else as part of this meeting, then they can add that to the agenda easily. And this is a completely editable element that everyone can edit in real time, and we'll see those edits. Because of that, there are other aspects of a loop that I might want to do. So in this example, I'm talking about project updates. So it might be that actually I feel that we're probably going to need to assign tasks to different people around this project. So I can create that as a task list loop. So I can call this project a tasks, and then I can start writing my tasks down. Now, it might be that I don't know who I want to assign these tasks to yet. I don't know when I want them completed. But by creating them in here, I've got them ready to go. And then in the meeting, we can use that as the opportunity to assign these tasks to people, select due dates, and then start using all that functionality that comes out of Planner, but get started early. So everyone's kind of aware of what's going on and everyone knows what they want to get out of the meeting. So really useful stuff in there. The other side of meetings that I want to cover is around how we schedule them. So internally, that's dead easy. I can use things like Scheduling Assistant to see everybody's diary and get a track on what's going to work. Much harder if it's an external person, because now I want to show you the second tool within Outlook that I don't think gets enough attention, and that is this scheduling poll. What this allows me to do is pick the times that work for me. So in this example, I'll pick 2 from this day, and I'll pick another 3 from this day, 4 from this day. It will only show you the options that are available to you. So I've given 6 different times for my poll. I create that, and now that's added to my email. I then send this to all of the people that I need to join this meeting. So in this case, it's Megan and myself from my inTEC account. So I'm an external user in this example. I send that off, and that will send the poll to everyone in the meeting, and we then get to pick the dates that work for us. And once everyone has picked a date that works for everybody, it automatically sends a meeting invite to everybody. For me, as the person organizing the meeting, it will block out those 6 time slots in my diary so that whatever the others pick, I'm not going to have been subsequently double booked by someone else. So again, really useful feature. Thoroughly recommend you have. And there you go. Who knew booking Outlook meetings could be so thrilling? Hope you've enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you in August, by which point we would have had Inspire. So I'll hopefully have loads to update you on. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.